Hi everyone, it's Claire back again. Happy New Year. How's 2017 treating everyone so far? It's been a bit miserable and grey here, which isn't unusual for January. But this is one of my favourite nail polish times of the year, which is deciding which nudes and neutrals and nice, calm, softer shades that I want to wear in the new year. But before we start, I'll just explain that I don't strictly kind of keep to nail polish rules or seasons or anything like that. It's just that I've got so many different polishes that I'm determined to wear as many as possible and get as much use out of the collection as possible, that it's easier for me to just kind of divide colour categories into certain months. And for me, definitely in January, I do like to pay a little bit more attention to nudes and neutrals as a nice palette cleanser for the beginning of the year, following all of the glitter and glitzy, blingy manicures for Christmas. So I have made my picks, my selections. I've kind of pulled out the neutrals and nudes, and that includes grey shades that I want to wear for January. But instead of showing you all of them, because I wear a different polish every day, I've just picked out 10 for us to have a look at. Before we do, I don't know if you've noticed this amazing polish on my nails. I've never seen a holographic that's like this, and I know that the Spectraflare holographic, some of these, not all of them are available in the UK. Some of these, believe it or not, some of these holographic particles are banned in the UK. So I think this is probably why it looks really different to me, very different experience. Don't know why it's banned. It's not like it's, a Class A drug or anything like that. I don't understand it. But in the UK, I know that indie makers use an alternative to the holographic particles that US indie makers can use. But just look at that. To me, that's a real difference. What is this? Let me tell you, this is Fanchromatic nails. If this was a video about nail polish names, this would be in it. I just love the name. It's actually from Firefly, the film Firefly, or the series Firefly. It's Serenity, but I can kill you with my brain, and it's this gorgeous pale icy green base, and so in the base we've got this holographic linear, like really strong linear holographic, and then on top of that you've got these tiny green glitters, bright green glitters, and then these larger silver holographic glitters. So you've got that kind of scattered holographic and linear holographic. I love it. I absolutely love it. I picked this up because I saw sorry, I just got completely distracted then with my sister sending a text. Where was I up to? Yeah, I saw a review of this brand on Ashley's channel, Pugs and Pearls, and I thought, well, this looks quite interesting. And I had a look on their Etsy store online, and I found this little thing in the clearance section. It was £2.40, and it just spoke to me. It actually said, I want to come and live in England, can you buy me? So we kind of, we had a conversation, and now it lives here. And it's on my nails today for New Year's Day, and I love it. So yeah, Fanchromatic, go and check them out on Etsy, a US indie brand. Okay, let's make a start then with some greys that I've picked out. So I've picked out 5 greys for the new year. This one here is, let's start with the darkest first. This is Live in the Grey, which was from the Washington collection. And I can't remember if I have actually worn this. I think I might have worn it once already. I know that I've definitely worn the dark green one, Susie First Lady of Nails. That looks to me like a pretty good formula. It looks like it's as dark as the very dark grey in the 50 Shades of Grey collection. How many times can I say grey? But a much better formula. So yeah, that's Live in the Grey. This one here, it doesn't have a name on it, but it was sent to me by Beck Blocks. This is I have a herring problem, and Beck was saying that she found this quite a watery formula, and I have swatched it on my nails, and it's got a tendency to run a little bit if you're not careful. So I would say 3. This is going to be difficult for me because I'm not very good at thin applications, but 3 thin coats is better. It's quite sheer, but it needs to be to build up that and to keep that shimmer. So yeah, it's very similar formula actually to the sister polish in the same collection, which is I Don't Give a Rotterdam. So yes, I'm more than happy to work with this polish. Really, really love the colour, and I'm so pleased that I've now got this, even though we've lost the name at some point along the way. I don't mind, I know what it is, and I very much appreciate you sending this back, so thanks very much. Next one is, let's have a look at this. I know we've seen this recently. I picked this up solely and squarely because of Catherine Cronall. She featured this on her channel, and it was like, yeah, I've got to get this. I know that it's very difficult to get a white holographic, but I just wanted something that was really, really pale. And it's INLP, so, you know, you really can't go wrong with the formulas and finishes for INLP. And you really can see this is delicate, beautiful winter polish. But you can see that those holographic particles. That again, this is another one that's going to need to be built up in maybe 3 coats, 2 to 3 coats. But that's Paper Route. This one here is a polish that was sent to me by Anne, Sweet YFT, and this is Bitter Buddhist, which is Smith and Cult. And yeah, look at this designer lid, very chic. Love this one. The shape of the bottle and everything, it's fantastic and very opaque. This is a strange colour because it looks, on first glance, it just looks like a very pale grey. It's lovely and smooth and opaque. And then you look and there's sometimes you can see the pigment as separates a little bit. I think I must have shaken this up, where it looks like you can see a little bit of blue. But it's described on the website as a celadon green, which is the kind of green where pottery, that type of green. So it's a very, very pale green grey with maybe a hint of blue. If you stand it next to a grey, you can see that there's definitely a little bit of something there, whether it's green or blue. But yeah, that's Bitter Buddhist by Smith and Colt, and that was sent to me by my lovely friend Anne from Paris. And the last grey is this one here, which is Glitter Baby Nails, and I just didn't manage to get around to swatching this one. last year, and I kept meaning to, and the poor thing kept getting overlooked. So I've pulled this out as a grey to definitely wear in January. I love these off-white type of greys. And glitter baby nails is always fantastic, shiny formulas. Yeah. So that's my grey picks. And for nudes and neutrals, okay, again, a couple of polishes here that I've wanted to wear but just haven't got round to. This one is Naked Canvas, which I picked up when I picked up some Orleys earlier last year. I think this is probably a polish that, yeah, it's got Naked Canvas, so this one might be a good base for nail art. But it's also got this very, very subtle iridescent pinky flash in there. So you can just see it under the lamp. You can definitely see it in the bottle. So yeah, that's Naked Canvas. This next one is more of a blingy neutral, and it's a kind of rose gold, rose chic, but I've put this under the neutrals, and I'm trying to push myself here because I know that this is going to be a textured finish. I'm not the biggest fan of textured finishes, but I do like these type of rose gold metallics. So I'm going to give this one a go, and if it really bothers me that much, I'll just throw a top coat on. So that's Rose Chic by Maybelline, and it's this crystalline finish. And yeah, we'll see what that's like when it dries down. Another very similar kind of bottle, but it's Essence, and this is the Nudes, and similar to the Orly, it's slightly darker, so more of a kind of chocolate mousse shade, but this has got the purple iridescent flash. Really impressed with Essence in the last year or so. So yeah, I'm at this, again, great formula. Not sure if any of that iridescence comes through because it's quite a dark shade. I can't see anything at all to the eye there, but we'll still give that a go. Yeah, I do like that shade. The next one is, I didn't want to overlook my minis, and I've kind of decanted all of my minis and put them into one big box. And I almost forgot that I had minis, but I went rifling through this and picked this out. Perennial Chic, so I'm going to have to remind myself to make sure that I don't overlook the box of minis that I've got. This was from the Flower Easter collection, and it was the neutral nude shade in that collection. I think that was now like 2015. So yeah, that's Perennial Chic, the mini from the Flower Easter collection. And finally, a neutral that's got a little bit, more than a little bit, quite a bit of bling in it. This is Scofflaw Maxwell Demon. So it's got the neutral base, but it's packed with pink and like teal and silver glitters. So I'm guessing this is a kind of crelly base. Yeah. I've worn this before, but I just couldn't remember what the formula was like. This is actually really pretty. Okay, I'm going to do 2 coats, and I'll come back and we can have a close look. Oops, okay, so I'm back having done a second coat. They're all wet, so I'm going to try not to get too, yeah, there you go, within 3 seconds. Okay, this one here is Live in the Grey, which is great formula on 2 coats. This is I Have a Herring Problem, which I think is going to need another coat, but I don't mind that. The Iron LP actually deepened up quite a bit. It was quite sheer on the first coat and nice opaque coverage. You can see the hollow there. On the second coat, so I think that would only require 2 coats. Yeah, really pretty. That's the Smith and Colt. This one was the shiny, lovely glitter baby nails, Earl Grey. This one is the Orly, and you really can see that iridescence on the nail. Lovely. Rose Chic, which I think is going to be, it's going to be that's going to be a challenge for me because it's going to be textured, like really textured. This one is the Essence, I don't think I told you the name of it, which is Crunchy Cake. And unfortunately I can't see, no, I can't see that lovely iridescent flash. This is Perennial Chic, which was lovely and opaque in 2 coats. Oh wow, I managed to knock like 2 or 3 of them. And this is the Scofflaw Maxwell Demon. So just so that I'm transitioning into these neutral shades but still keeping a little bit of the bling of Christmas behind. So yeah, neutrals and nudes and greys, those kind of shades don't necessarily have to be boring. In fact, they're one of my favourite colour categories. Okay, that's it from me for now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.